Friends, welcome to CaFFe Gospel Ministries. We read the healing ministry of the Lord. Yahweh Rapha is a constant occurrence in the Bible. Exodus chapter 15:26. And when Jesus walks into Peter's house and heals many others, the Gospel declares that Yahweh Rapha, the Lord who heals you, is here. I am your healer God. Though it often refers to a physical healing, it usually has a larger meaning involving the entire person. Yahweh Rapha heals the entire body, mind and soul. God who delivers is a theme. God the healer is a theme that we should meditate contextually. The alarming situation of taking lives either by oneself or assisted by a physician is a growing discussion and decision around us. As Christians and Catholics who celebrate faith, we should be reading the gospel in the light of our society, its opinions, options, and changes that happen around us. Recently, just a week ago, on the End of Life Option Act in Minnesota, Dr. Todd Warner, a physician from the same state, writes, I find myself in a curious position. In a few words, it means that a patient has many rights, but he does not have the right to demand that I assist him in killing himself, any more than that he can demand I prescribe him unnecessary narcotics, unwarranted antibiotics, or ill-considered surgery. In the book of Job, there are 42 chapters. It is a philosophical drama of life. Life itself is a theme. In this book, there are certain situations of gloom and wail where no meaning could be found. There are two occasions when Job pleads for death. Read the context of right to death in the light of the book of Job. The first reading of the day explains, in chapter 6, 8, 9, God would be willing to crush me. Job is inviting death. And again in 7:15, I prefer strangling and death rather than this body of mine. When this man moves through his agony, suffering, and finally reaches chapter 42, the drama changes. Life becomes a celebration. There is a move from meaninglessness to full of meaning. Job speaks in chapter 42:2, I know that you can do all things. In verse 3 he says, I have uttered what I did not understand. Life cannot be completely grasped, and hence each believer celebrates life always accepting the hand and design of God above us. Choice for death is a man-made design and decision. Friends, sometimes human decisions can be a promulgation of what we do not understand. Isaiah chapter 55:8, For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, says the Lord. Faith should speak and influence a culture around us because we belong to Christ. Ephesians chapter 2:15. The Markan Gospel uses the word egero, that means lifted up, to show the healing ministry of Jesus. And that is exactly the same word used to show the resurrection of Jesus Christ. It is a lifting up from the point of death. Only God can do it, and God will do it for us. The gospel invites to come to the power and presence of the Lord whenever we feel weak and lonely. He is Yahweh Rapha, the Lord your healer. And if He has designed our body, He has a plan that leads us into completion. God bless us, Father Todd.